Training Director at PAWs. This month's training tip is going to be trying to teach your dog self-control. I have people in classes all the time ask me things that they can do to get their dogs to show a little bit more self-control. And there's 3 things I'm going to show you today that you can practice every day with your dog. It's things that we do in our everyday routine with the dogs. The first thing we're going to be able to do is we're going to show you how to make the dogs wait for their food. And when I show you how to make the dogs wait for their food, I'm not going to use a whole lot of words because I want the dogs thinking about what it is that we're doing, and I don't want to have to put self-control on them by asking them to sit and stay and wait for their food. I just want them to think about what they're doing, the action that they're doing, so I'm not going to say any words. The second thing we're going to show you is how to get a dog to wait in a crate before they come out. Some people don't crate their dogs, but for all the people out there who do crate their dogs, or they have young dogs that they do crate or they should crate, how the dogs come out of the crate is another way that you can teach your dogs how to control themselves. And the third thing I'm going to show you is how to get a dog to wait at a door and not barge through and go through first. So those are the 3 things I'm going to show you in this training tip. For those of you who crate your dogs, the first example, I'm going to show you how to get a dog to wait before they come out of their crate. The dog we have here today, her name is Smirk, and she's actually a rescue dog in need of a home, so I thought I'd do a little bit of training with her and teaching her a little bit of self-control. So the first thing we're going to do is show you how to get her to wait in her kennel without giving her a whole lot of commands, to have her wait, to be very firm and fair, so she waits before she comes out of her kennel. So the first thing that I do when I come up to the kennel, see how she wants to right away, as soon as I touch the handles to the kennel, she thinks that she's going to be able to come out. And I wait for her to be calm before I even start to open the door. So that's the first step, is to when I approach the crate and I do both of the latches, she's got to, again, kind of step back and wait. And again, I'm not telling her to wait at all. See how she just steps back in the kennel? That's what I want to see from her, is that she's going to step back in her kennel. Then I'm going to open the kennel and see how she was going to step forward, and all I did was very gently, I closed the door on her. And again, I tried to open the door, she stepped forward, I closed it, gently closed it. I'm not ramming the crate in her face or shutting it hard or giving her any harsh words. All I'm doing is closing the door. Again, crate door open doesn't mean that she comes out. I need to release her before she comes out. Okay, okay. Good girl, yay. So this is a dog who was in rescue. Good girl. This is a dog who was in rescue, and it took me all of about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, to get her to wait in her kennel. Good girl. To get her to wait in her kennel to come out. The second thing that we do with our dogs every day, and we have opportunity to work their self-control, Smirk, come here, to work their self-control, is we feed them. We feed them twice a day, so we have 2 times, Smirky, good girl. We have 2 times per day in which we can teach our dogs a little bit of self-control. Another thing is with food, come here, Smirk. The person who controls the food controls the pack. That's just the way it is. So in a low-level way, I'm showing a little bit of dominance over my dog, having them wait and almost ask me for permission if they can eat. Just as she demonstrated in the crates a little bit of self-control, she's going to demonstrate some self-control for her food too. And she's very excited about the food. She really likes food. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to give her any words. Later on, once she understands what to do, then I'm going to tell her what it is that she's doing. Then I can give her a command to actually do. Okay, so Smirk is very excited about eating. I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the crate door. I'm going to start to put the food down. If Smirk comes to it, I'm going to take it away. And again, I'm not going to say anything to her. I'm not going to restrain her. She has to make that decision on her own. A lot of people they really want to say things to their dogs. I could tell her to wait right now. But she's not thinking, she doesn't know what wait means, so I don't want to, because our voice tends to get impatient when we're working this, so if I'm constantly saying wait, 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 she doesn't understand what the word is, so I'm not going to say it. This is something we shouldn't get angry or, so I don't use any words because inevitably my voice is gonna sound harsh or sound like I'm forcing her, and I want this to be good girl. I know, she's begging me for the food. Good girl. Okay, sit. Okay, get your food. Okay. Good girl. So the bowls should be on the ground before you release them to get the food. You want to be able to set the bowl down, stand up straight. They should look at you and ask you for permission to get the food. And jumping up is something we need to work on. The third thing that we do every day with our dogs is go in and out of doors. So we are going to, again, make her wait at a door before she goes to the outside. You can do this in public. Anytime I go to the vet, I take my dogs into the vet. They have to wait at the door before I go in. So there's many times that you can practice this with your dog. Everybody takes their dogs for walks every day and has to leave the house with the dog. And the dog should wait and show self-control. And again, it's not something that I'm going to put her in a sit-stay and demand that she stays while I open the door. I'm going to use the door as my corrector. I'm not going to use the leash at all to inhibit her from going out the door. I'm just going to use the door. So normally what happens is we open up the door and she doesn't wait, she goes outside. Come on, Smirky. So we are going to teach Smirk that when the door is open, she doesn't go outside until we invite her outside. It also helps for those dogs who are door dashers and dash out the front door when somebody comes over. Again, it's the same thing. She doesn't go outside unless she's invited. Please, Smirk. So again, I just open up the door a